Hello students, today will be discuss about steps of profile writing. ओके सबसे पहले प्रोफाइल राइटिंग पढ़ते हैं. प्रोफाइल राइटिंग इन्वॉल्व्स disparate parts of the brain in order to produce an emotionally involving piece. An effective profile comes from through research, thoughtful interview questions, and an ability to organize large amounts of information into a concise story. Profile writing is a great way to flex all of your writer muscles in one assignment. Over time, you will help develop a knack for interviewing, which helpful for lots of writing work. With the right amount of preparation, organization, detail and practice, you will paint the perfect picture of your subject. Profile writing are descriptive types of essays, interviews of persons, the descriptions of a place or event, followed by post analysis is the structure of a profile essay. Here are a few examples of profile essays. Describe the structure of an animal house that you know of. Explain how recovery centers help in recovery by the recovery centers that you know of. Talk about an art house around your locality function. Steps for profile writing. Profile writing is type of descriptive write-up allowing writer to exhibit literary powers. It is important to learn and research about the topic that you are planning to write on. Since a profile essay can be descriptive of a person, place, or events, extensive research on the subject allows you to learn about it, make the writing process easier. The following steps should be followed when writing a profile. First, learn about what you are writing. Since profile writing are not very popular among students, and as mentioned earlier, it is a bit difficult to write. It can best be learned by reading other profile essays. When reading a profile essay from any magazine or newspaper, remember to notice what are the key points that make the article interesting to the readers. Next, choose a subject. When choosing an issue, try and choose a topic which is famous, such as famous person, place, or event. It could be a renowned cricketer or politician, a historical event, or a monument or site with historical background, etc. Typically, a famous topic draws from readers' interest as people are keen to know about its significance. Next, a final valid and detailed information. First-hand pieces of information are always the most preferable because those details are not be found elsewhere, which in turn make your write-up unique. Interview a person, event organizer, care person, or for a specific place turns out to beneficial. Try and ask questions that seek more in-depth information. In a famous person or place, try and find detailed information about the person or the site from books, websites, interviews, etc. Next, creating an outline. Even though creating a strategy is not mandatory, it helps organize your thoughts and information. Also, creating an overview helps in the points not being overused or repeated. Creating an outline gives a visual representation of all the information that you and how you want to organize it. Like any other essay, a profile essay has three main parts: the introduction, body, and conclusion. Next, introduction. An introduction should be written in a way to grab readers' attention. The opening is the hero of your essay, as it will either draw or dismiss your audience. Start with the critical issues, which will later be explained in the piece. Starting a profile essay with a conversation can always be a good idea, including monologues or between a couple of people. You can also begin the piece an element of surprise that the reader did not already know about the topic. At the end of introduction, adding a thesis statement helps to clarify your point of view in the essay. Next, the body paragraph. Once you have an outline with all information that you have collected and have already penned down, the introductory paragraph, it's time to write the body, the meat of the essay. When writing the body, the following basic points should be kept in mind. Mentioning sensory details such as if you are talking about a person, they say the name, height, age, looks, and so on. Whereas if you are writing about a place, that mention the weather, surrounding, etc. You are adding the questions that you asked while the interview with the person or the organizer of the event or care person place keeps in the reader interested. Connect each paragraph to the points mentioned in the statement. Go in detail with your profile that you present. This makes reader feel as they are there with you. The body paragraph should be divided into several subsections with each section talking in detail about different topics to the topic. Get to an impactful conclusion. Finally, you conclude the essay. It is a few sentences concisely summing up all the information provided in the profile essay. Sometimes author add a hook in end to keep their readers thinking. In this part, you need to remember the readers of the essay's purpose and talk about whether they have been fulfilled. Next, revise and edit. After finishing the essay, the next steps to review the essay. This step is one of the essayist, yet one of the most important steps. While editing, remember to read the entire passage from the beginning to the end. This practice allows you to make that you have not missed out on any points. Make the potential changes that will help you increase the quality of the writing. The essay that you are writing should be comprehensive picture of the person, place, or events you are writing about. Any confusing points or unclear details should be avoided to make the passage understandable. Why the readers each subhead should be properly explained to make the readers concept of essay clear by the end. The body of a profile essay should be divided into several paragraphs with every describing a question asked during the interview. This part is the reflection of the points mentioned in the body along with stating whether the objective was achieved in the essay. It also reminds readers of the report's purpose again. The author should describe the details collected from the interview with examples to make the essay more interesting for the readers. If the passage is in the form of an interview, then each question asked with the answer should be written in a separate paragraph. This will help the readers to end every point with a comprehensive understanding. Avoid making the essay too short and only mentioning the points without any explanation. The paragraph style should be maintained throughout the essay according to the answers given to the questions asked during the interview. The body is part of the essay where you provide all your research information. The body should not be boring or monotonous. To keep the readers interested throughout the passage, it should be the intention of the essay. The introduction is the preview of the essay, giving the readers a subsequent idea of what the essay holds. The sentences used in the introduction should be informative on the descriptive about the person or the place the essay is written on. It is the leading statement that creates an interest in the reader's mind. The introduction of the essay gives a preview of what is going to be talked about in the body. The introduction paragraph should be ended with a strong thesis statement representing the purpose of the essay. While creating a profile essay, try and keep the piece toneless academy style. It is an interview. The report should be in a first person narrative. Remember to mention all the small details. This will make your essay stand out. Profile writing is a gateway of flex all of your writer's muscles in on assignment. Over time, you will develop a knack for interviewing, which helpful for lots of writing work with the right amount of preparation or organization. Detail and practice, you will paint the perfect picture of your subject. Profile writing are descriptive types of essay. Interview the person's descriptions of a place or event followed by post analysis is the structure of a profile essay. Describe the structure of an animal house that you know of. Explain how recovery centers help in recovery by the recovery centers that you know of. Talk about an art house around your locality functions. Okay. Thank you for watching.